you.
She wasn't worried about it.
Oh, but does that line her up to be the next death?
Oh no, don't kill Hina.
Oh no!
Start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
No.
And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. There was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself. So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed?
I have to tell you. 9 years? Celeste, you voted wrong! God damn it!
Wipe that down.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
You put the hammer here. Like, drop the hammer down the floor, right? Think. We got it.
Honestly, I think the picture of the number 2 hammer and Hifumi could probably switch if we got it wrong. I'd say they switch if we get it wrong.
Well, we think we got if it's right. You know, he came on in here, there he is right there. 1 a.m. Yasuhiro came in, then he got beat, picture taken. Taka looking at his watch, got beat, hammer 4, as it showed in the picture, big hint. They went to go find him. Oh, they found him in the place, there was Justice Hammer 2 in there. Then they brought him to the nurse's office, he bought the blood, put it on Justice Hammer 3. And then he got Taka, put him on the thing, moved him, and then, you know, Celeste done finished him. So, I think that's it. Reenact. Let's see how far we get.
Yeah, I like it, yeah. I do agree with this, I like it, yeah.
Let's enjoy this.
The killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2, and an injured Hifumi, to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds.
Oh, quiet down.
That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on it. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office, and once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
What in the world is the way they're doing this?
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
Interesting.
Lost?
For a second there, I thought they were going to try and make them kiss.
I lost?
I don't fucking know. It's weird anime shit.
When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no.
Oh, can I just
Hero is fine.
say something of a previous statement that Celeste had said to us?
What?
Previously, she had said that we are the ultimate lucky student and she is the ultimate gambler. And one day, she wanted to test how lucky we really were.
Oh, well, she tested it.
Yeah, we found out today who's the better.
Taiko
Who's the
Yasuhiro.
luckier one?
Taiko Yasuhiro sure tested our luck. And she lost.
Taiko? So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Wow. That accent wasn't even a part of her either.
Damn.
Interesting.
Only one area I didn't do so well in.
Man, it wasn't
Okay,
bad though. It's not
Monica.
like we failed.
I'm ready to begin.
Wow, she's really just normal with it now.
Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh, we're just getting to it right away. We don't even get to talk to her for a moment.
Damn.
Well, how's her death gonna go? Or maybe we're just doing no. Are we getting right off into it, or no? We're gonna talk a moment.
We might talk to it a little bit before.
Yeah.
Before. Although I think the first one was definitely straight into it, though.
Yeah. It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The Black, and this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Woodenberg, or more precisely, Teiko Yoshihiro.
Honestly.
Well, I guess now you should just voice her kind of normal, in a sense, if you can.
Nah, fuck it. I lost? Well, that sucks. I guess I was trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her speciality, lying.
My speciality? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you
He
use...
was a simp.
Then did you use... you know...
I knew you'd figured it out, Koyoko. You wanted to fuck me right then and there?
There's probably something of that on the internet somewhere.
Oh god. You're absolutely right to get Hifumi to act as my accomplice.
Oh, interesting.
I used her. Oh, what the fuck?
So Celeste had her then? Or Teiko? I guess I'll call her that. She took
She stole the
alter
computer.
ego.
Okay. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but... it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were super into.
Does she mean... is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one who stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with.
Right again. You're 2 for 2. Last night after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
Oh, well, here we go. What are you doing here?
Actually,
And they got Death Wish playing.
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
He did it himself.
Are you okay with this?
Damn.
It was Taka. He stole it.
Even then, she was lying.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I had found a use for the digital camera.
This man seriously has one of them pillows.
I'd taken you know what. Wait, what? Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to have a stroke reading that. I'd taken you know what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her.
You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
as for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me. I groveled.
Oh,
He did.
as for me,
Oh God. Look at what she's coming up with.
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say.
I'm actually wondering if they're going to cross that line in this in text here.
He abused me.
what?
And he took pictures. He said that if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So, I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime. An absolute crime. I knew he got a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far.
It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was.
I'm about to say something I never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him.
Oh dear.
I'm going to fucking kill him.
most unfortunate.
Something about hearing him in that voice saying he's going to fucking kill someone is hilarious.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
But I bet you if this was voiced, he probably would have said it in his deep voice. I will fucking kill him.
Huh?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean...
Taka is going to try to kill you.
What?
indeed.
And all so he can keep her to himself. So wait, if Celeste had the computer though, what was Kiriguri doing then, if not tending to the computer?
Well, it was already gone by that point. And she was
Yeah, but
trying
remember,
to find it.
during our like active investigation of chasing around the non-existent Robo Justice, she was gone and doing something she refused to tell us. Remember?
She'll probably tell us later. I mean, we are the protagonist.
I mean, yeah, but I just like I speculated that she had the computer, and that's what she was doing. She was tending to it. If that's not what she was doing, then what was it?
She was practicing how to confess her love to Naegi. Alright.
That bastard! Bastard, 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 bastard!
Honestly,
Rat bastard! Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts?
Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear I will save her!
We'll just leave it like that, I guess.
actually,
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan.
You know what's gonna probably irritate me is I bet that some of these scenes are voiced in Japanese, but in English they aren't.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school.
She did the laps herself.
And with that, it is complete.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Is that a monkey with a military hat and backpack and sneakers?
Yes.
Huh.
Ifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem.
You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place. He couldn't even hold it in when he slipped out the name of the creation when he was first found.
So, why'd you make me the suspect? I think we already know the answer. I mean, she did say it, but we already knew the answer.
Because you're stupid. I'm sorry, it's just a fact.
That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. Not being able to think for yourself.
I feel like I could cry.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead?
What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up,
Oh, was it supposed to be he was supposed to kill the first person who walked in and quickly? Because that would be like, he did it in self-defense, they'd see. But then he would still be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So their plan would still fail, because
Yeah, but the
Monokuma
plan,
would be like...
again though, if you go back to the original thing, the original plan was to have them both kill someone.
Yeah, but...
So maybe, once someone showed up, grab him and get Celeste to kill him.
Oh yeah, because Hifumi had already killed someone.
Yeah!
What's it?
I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on.
And he really believed that?
Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it, as I explained to Hifumi the plan was.
Wonder who she planned to kill.
While you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it.
It all seems very straightforward, stereotypically.
I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end,
So you planned to kill him all along? But of course. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Now you sound like Barakia.
I wonder about that.